Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 78th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I will tell you that the market remain also dicey, remain on oscillating mode. As we speak now, again, the global stock market are also looking lower this morning to start this trading for this moment after rebounding from early hour yesterday downturn to close positive at the end of Tuesday trading. But this morning, you can see that the market also globally is also looking down. Again, that means it's going to do the same trend we're expecting or we saw yesterday to happen today. But this hour, they are opening what lower. US market, also in Europe market. And this as a result of what? The profit warning from one of the big banks in Europe. Okay, the credit street also ahead of Thursday, ECB, which is a Europe, by a commercial central bank. This policy coming, the policy meeting is coming up tomorrow, and market also reacting in that direction. To tell you that market is also looking for information. Like today, let's see how the market will move as we speak. Yesterday, Australia and India announced rate hike of 50 points. You can see how all this also influencing both market in the emerging market and also in the matured market. We see that they are oscillating. Or don't forget that oil price also continue that oscillation move. We saw yesterday and the previous day. As we speak now, oil is trading at $122 per barrel at this moment. This is commodities that have dropped as low as also 114, touched as high as 123.8. As we speak now, it's also doing 122. And you can see, this oscillation how it's also influencing the different market of the world. It tells you that investors in any market, in any instrument you are trading, because there is what we call interwoven or what we call influence of all these commodity price on other asset class, you need to always use your stop loss at any given time. Don't forget to trade your plan. When I mean trade your plan, your entry and exit strategy, your profit target. Once you are guided by this your plan, I will tell you your mistake will be very low, and also you can also minimize your loss. You won't be caught up in a bad position. Rather, you know how to exactly cut your loss and move on to the next level. That is how to invest in any market. Yes, today, before we look at where we should be looking at the end of the class, we will know how to the three things why you should look the way of the banking sector. But before that, we want to look at the momentum indicators or momentum generally, how to invest momentum. I will tell you that momentum is one of the things that is common in technical analysis and which everyone uses. When you say there is a change in momentum, it tells you that there is a change in public perceptive about the market. There is also the fact that activities of buyers and sellers in this market. You say, this is a momentum stock. This is a stock. This stock, that means stock was saying that there's a shift in terms of a momentum, either in demand or in supply. You can see this is why we need to know what momentum stands for. And momentum for me, I'll tell you that is one thing that you need in technical analysis and also whenever you are investing, because when it change the face of the market. You need to know when there's a positive momentum or a negative momentum in the market. As we speak now, I will tell you that first of all, if you know that about 27 indicators or have as momentum indicators that can plot on different charts for different time frame, because I'll tell you whether you are using a day chart or you are using a weekly chart, this momentum will always reflect in what you are trading. For that, you need to know how to momentum. Don't ignore momentum at all, because that is the psychology behind any price movement or any market direction. You need to know exactly what is happening. But some people, I say that they do mistake or another lack of knowledge. You see they're using about almost 10 the same momentum indicator in one chart. That for me is becoming confusing. And those indicators that are momentum indicators, yes, some of them are lagging, while some of them also are kind of leading indicator. It depends the one you are using. But I'll tell you that the ones that we should consider as in this class, that I will mention few momentum indicators that I have explained some and also was going to discuss some. But an example of all these momentum indicators I want is the channel commodity index, the percentage price oscillator, the MACD, the RSI, which is the relative strength index, and others. These are momentum, but these are the frequently one we use. And also, when you use them, it helps you to what to know the direction, to able to know what is happening. You need to know the strength. You need to know without any divergence. That's why these momentum are very, very important. So that at the end of the day, you won't just be looking at the market just for looking sake. You need to know when there's a shift from one side of the momentum to the other. And that's why the relative strength index is also very, very important to describe a good momentum indicator. MACD, these are the ones I know that you commonly use in any time frame you are using, whether you are using a day chart, you are using a weekly chart, monthly chart. Yes, there is what we call 14 days RSI. They have different names depending on what you want to achieve. That is why, as a trader or investor, you must know how to use all these words, all these indicator. But when we say momentum indicators and we're saying a relative strength index is different from what we call relative strength. Relative strength is different from relative strength index, so that you will know. Don't use the two are together. When you are looking at relative strength index, we are looking at the price, the level of the losers and that of gainers. You want to see the momentum between them. But when we're talking of strength, you are going to compare the stock with what the market. You want to look at the strength of that stock in the market, so that you confuse with when we say momentum indicator, and we mention relative strength index, and also we mention relative strength. You can see that there are two different ways. When you are using to compare individual stock, that is where you can look at the strength. But when you are using to know the movement in terms of relation between the gainers, the last gainers, and the last loser of the stock, that is where you look at what the relative strength index, so that you get a clarification as regards this. But it's very, very important. When it comes to using indicators, you need to know exactly the one that works for you. And that one that works for you is the one that what you need to lay emphasis on, because that is what you understand. What you understand is that because you easily can read it. And like I always say, that if you're using like relative strength index, you need to catch your overbought region and oversold region. And you can see there's always some adjust their own over region between 80 and 20, some adjust between 70 and 30. It depends what you want to do. But I will tell you that the relative strength index is a momentum indicator that compares the magnitude of what the recent gains to what the recent losses in a range of what 0 to 100. This 100 points range means that RSI is an oscillator. Like I say, either you call it oscillator indicator, anything you call it. So RSI is is a momentum what oscillator. Traditionally, you know that when you are reading anything above 70, that's what we consider as what overbought region. And while you are reading anything below 30, it's also considered to be what oversold region. You need to understand this so that you will know exactly the one that suits your own investment idea. So that at the end of the day, you know exactly what you are doing. But I tell you that if you see a buy side of an institutional investor, they want to buy two things in the market. Look at what is the momentum and what is the relative strength in the market. These are the things they want to use. A buy side analyst want to look at what is the momentum in the market, what's the relative strength, that stuff they're looking with the market. These are the things that for me, it's a very good thing that you have this idea, so that at the end of the day, you become a better investor or trader using technical analysis. And that is the essence of this class, that you must share the kind of tools that will suit your investment goal, and also how to trade with all these indicators. And that is why I always refer you that if you want to get more details of all the indicators that were mentioned so far, you get the what we call Investdata technical toolbox that take care of all this and their chart and everything, how to use it to get your signal, buy and sell signal. They are all details explained in that video. Get it, and at the end of the day, it will also help you to get and when you are looking at momentum indicators, you need to understand the bullish and what and the bearish range. And this momentum analysis also have a way of benefiting you as a trader. You need to know where is it heading, and that is why you see when you see momentum that is you see RSI that is above 50, it says it's a strong RSI. Even when it's coming down, it says so that down one also is a very strong one. That means you should know exactly. But when it's above 80 or above 70, depending on where it is, that's overbought region already. But when it's below 20, when it's below 30, you know that is oversold region. But you need to understand what is the difference between these indicators with your candlestick, with your price action. Once you're able to get the relationship, it will go a long way also to help you. Like I always say, that since we have a bullish and a very strange, you where the stock and what and the indicators are related. When I mean the stock, the price action and the what and the indicators, the oscillators, to know exactly what to do. And when the divergence gives you a time for you to watch that there must be change what in direction, either up or opposite up, which is down. You will understand how to use this stuff. But don't forget that in all this, your trend line is very, very important. And also you must know how to use trend line when you are also reading your chart. Because once you know how to draw trend, I will tell you it's a better way of what understanding the market, and also understanding the position where the index is in terms of index action, and also where the price action is in terms of individual stocks. But yes, before we go further, we'll stop there on the momentum today. But there are three things you need to know why you should buy or banking stock or look the way of banking stock at this hour or at this period of the year, knowing that we're approaching the end of Q2, which is the half year result we're looking at to see. And you know that in Nigeria, we have companies that are into what? Into dividend paying stock, and most of them are in what? In the banking stock. And if you look at the banking stock as I'll tell you that most of the stock in the banking stock are grossly undervalued. And these are the sector that is highly regulated anywhere in the world, also here in Nigeria. And that is why you see any foreign investor entering any market anywhere in the world, they want to test stocks, and they want to look the way of that stocks, in the market of the where they know they are regulated, is their regulated is at a high state. Not that they want to go, no, they want to know that that place they are coming at. They want to understand it. Let them go to where there's strict regulation. That is why you see that banking sector also in the back here. You see we have volume to trade. That's why I say banking sector is most flexible, where you can go in and out, even with a short term trader. You not need volume. That is sector to look at. And now we're saying that this time I'm seeing that there's opportunity in that sector. One, in this if you look at the market year to date, 24.71. I'll tell you that how much is how many percent, sorry, how many percentage of the bank index return. I'll tell you that it's still lacking behind. That means all those big stocks that are in other industries or sectors are put the market of why the banking sector is still lagging behind. And that tells you that since this one there's a lot of value in this banking stock, and now that they are approaching us with another dividend, we know that most of them between July and August will be expecting to see their interim dividend to come. And also, if market remains, especially after the convention that's going on now, the primary election for the ruling party, you will compare with the person already that PDP has chosen as their presidential running mate. You see that there will be kind of little dynamically changes in the economy. Who are looking at who will come with a better economic policy, who will come with private sector driven reform. These are the things also will be changing, and that also get a way of supporting, also attracting foreign investors. But I know that being pre-election year, every investor coming here, even Nigeria will also be a bit skeptical, but believe that if you invest wisely with information, you're still going to make money. But after the election, then when we can see a real market that was overbought, I believe that the market between now and the end of Q3 will still be in this trend if all things are equal, especially as we're looking forward to see the Q2 or half year results coming up in July. But why I said if you look at the banking sector see as what has make a lot of sense for investors to hold. I said the banking sector makes a lot of sense for investors to hold at this moment. Why? Especially for long term, even for those that are also thinking knowing that they traditionally when the economy is recovering, know that the banking sector is also recovering because if they are doing loan, that their loan will also be paid. If the economy is doing well, especially anywhere in the world, banking sector is the engine room of economic growth and development. If you see the economy, I see better now that they have also adjusted the interest rate, the NPR. I'll tell you, it's a plus forward for the banking sector. This is special positive sentiment also for or positive fundamental news for that sector or industry that you as an investor want to cash on because I'm telling you, if they've not called you to come and renegotiate their loan with you, in a short time they will call you. But I believe that it's not going to impact more on this their second quarter result or half year. We'll see that in their Q3. That means knowing that every investment is against tomorrow, against the future. These are the sector that you should be looking at. I see potential because with the margin, with the hike, I expect that their interest margin will increase. Despite also cost of fund increase, but I think you can net it out and see a better number, knowing that for all this while we have seen a flat, almost a flat, kind of change in terms of performance in their top line and bottom line. Only few be able to grow their top line, in that sector. But with this, we expect, a kind of improvement in that sector. That's why I said it's a sector to look at, especially those that are the traditional or the policy of paying trade dividend need to look their way. And the factor that I say why one, the higher interest rate also which are what they expect higher net income or interest income from the sector. Also, low price of many stocks have led also to low P ratio in that sector. It's also one of the attracting thing or point or attracting data we're seeing. I said one, higher rates, also higher income. Now we're seeing a low price regime or undervalued state of the stock that have made the P ratio or the low P ratio in that industry. Also for me it's a good one because I'll tell you the market is hitting high almost a 15 years high now. But the banks have not moved dramatically in that direction with what others have seen in other sectors like agriculture, telecom, and move. There's a time for this sector to move. And this is time as we expect to see the improved numbers as from Q3. This is the time for you to start position in that regard. You need to look the way of the banking sector. Yeah, because most of their stocks are undervalued as we speak now. I will tell you that for free because you can see them looking at their book value at the same time, looking at what they are selling in the market. Your margin of safety is high, and that also be another thing that will encourage you to position in that sector. Another thing that also is a kind of a point of attraction in this sector that because they are entry dividend paying stock, this also support their price into the future. That means might not see a strong pullback even when it's all taken now in the market. Generally, this month of June, I would say we expect oscillating trend. Not feel much affected the bank, might be going up and down, but because there's something ahead, the banking stock, especially those that are entry dividend paying stock, also you see kind of a little stability in them. That is good for the market. That is how we go to stop for the bank. But yes, we want to look at the state of the market as we speak now. You can see the chart already on the graph, but I'll tell you the market as we speak, we're having a slight decline in the market after the market has recorded an uptrend yesterday, which is also good. But like I said, we might see a little correction or profit taking after the banking hunters have put the market to where it is above 53,000 points, which is good. But can go higher depend on the performance today. This just at this hour, but at this hour, I'll tell you the market is marginally down. Marginally down. I mean, just to tell you that market is also looking for information to push it out. Yes, you can see the market is marginally down. Looking at the trading at 53,244 as we speak now. That is what the market is doing. 244.86, down by negative 26.82 point, representing negative 0.05. As we speak, the market news already that Access Corp proposing acquisition of Kenya Bank Limited. You know that is their own growth strategy, acquiring here and there, and that's also reflecting on their top line. Which once they stabilize, what you're going to see in that kind of bank, as soon as they are still notifying the exchange and the market, and also UCAP also notify the market of insider dealing. It's a buy position, but very few volume that was traded yesterday on insider. For me, these are information that are in the market now. But if you look at the market breadth, I'll tell you market breadth is equal. I mean, it's at equilibrium again. Market we're having 10 gainers and 10 losers at this hour. And if you look at the loser chart, you can see that the East Bank is topping that loser chart after it has gained yesterday. You can see that people are taking price up, taking profit is expected in any market, and you can see that the is just making 2 weeks high. Every day at this before this profit taking. For me, the stock is heading to 1 naira, and once their Q2 number come, and so once it crosses the 2 naira, 1 naira mark, and earnings remain strong at this, that stock might also be above 1 naira for going to the future. Then you also see another one that is that category is Cornerstone Insurance among the losers, followed by Royal Exchange Assurance, then Fidelity Bank, and the Livestock Feed. Livestock Feed, I see that last week and early this week, among the top gainers, profit taking and hit this stock, which I suspected. Then if you look at the other side, which is the gainer side, I'll tell you the Transport is leading the gainer chart as speak at this hour, followed by Cuties. Then also we'll have Leakage Assurance, followed by ICO and the International Brewing. Others in that category is to have GSK, they will have UPDC and UCAP among the gainers at this hour, but market is marginally in red. Let's watch and see how the market will play out. We will look at this stock after looking at the market. We would like to look at what is happening in transport. Yes, we saw equities yesterday pulling back. Today is up again. Then look at what is happening in ICO. Then we can go and see what is happening in Jaiz Bank. Then we look at livestock again and Fidelity. And also, sorry, there, as I've said, if you look at the top trade for the day or for this hour, you can see that Transcorp is leading the top trade, followed by Fidelity. You can see FBN Holding and Sterling Bank, UBA. I would like us to look at SDM Holding. Considering the volume that was traded yesterday, I can see that the momentum, invest in that stock. I can see that we are seeing a slowdown already. Seeing a major, player in that, company selling down already. You can see about almost altogether about 800 and something million have been sold at around 12 naira, 20 kobo, 12 naira, 10 kobo. You can see that will give you an investor what to do with your position in that. Seeing this volume, at least it's step volume, what does it signal? What does it tell you as a trader or investor in the market? These are the things we're going to look at. We're going to look at, LBNH, look at the Livestock, Fidelity Bank, their live chart, and look at Transcorp, Futures, and what, and and Jaiz Bank. If time permits us, look at all. But let's start with the market performance. If you look at the market trend now, I will tell you that the market is still, can see the market has sustained like a flat position now, 3 days of uptrend. But market is trying to make a flat movement here, and that is what I'm seeing here. But I want to call up all our charting tools, indicators to also help us make sense of the analysis so that we can easily read where the market is going with ease. You can see here MACD. We call our money flow is very important. Then we look at our T line. Our T line is already here. We adjust it to what, to 8. As usual, take our 8 for our T line. Then I also, just for us to call, let's call up our so-called directional movement. Very, very important. We want to see the strength, okay. And these are what we should use today. We want to look at a lot of things. As we speak now, if you look at the T line for the market as we speak, I tell you the market is slightly above the T line. Slightly, you can see it here above the T line. But other indicators, there is strength entering the market. Yesterday, you can see that the blue line here is almost crossing the signal, the ADS up. Once it crossed another strength, you can see the opening. It was coming down before it had turned up. Show that you can see money flow flowing here. That's what we say a change in momentum. You can see where momentum is very, very important. You can see that the momentum is changing up direction as we speak. You can see here that market is still right above the T line. There you can see that momentum is changing, which you can see that it's up here, coming up here. You can see money flow. That MACD also, you can see that it's also coming up gradually. If you look at this MACD, you can see the shorter here. That means I'm likely to see into the future. But let's see how the market will play out today. For the good thing, I want to look at our 1 hour chart for today chart, for today market to see what the 1 hour chart is also saying. 1 hour chart that the market is just slightly above the T line on 1 hour chart. MACD is positive, but money flow is also looking down. Money flow is looking down, and you can see that the ADS, which is here, we can see here, it's not looking too attractive. It's still below 20, what is not too good. For it to see strength, it must be above 20 for the market. But let's quickly look at what is happening in Transcorp. We're seeing Transcorp in volume all this while. Also, we're seeing price going on. What is going on in Transcorp as we speak? We need to know what is going on in Transcorp as we speak. It will be a long way to give us insight. Transcorp performance on a hour chart, you can see a strong bullish candle here. It's good. I can tell you the money flow and MACD is almost crossing, which is good sign. And you can see that also if you come here with the momentum indicators, which is the strength behind the trend, you can see there's little improvement in the trend. Yes, despite that ADS is still marginally down, but I can see improvement here as it crossed the blue one across the red one up. It's a good sign that we're seeing. But you can see that this one is flat on the 1 hour chart for Transcorp. For me, then look at Transcorp, the chart, the same pattern, the same candlestick pattern, and I see a positive breakout from this technical triangle that we draw yesterday on this stock. For me, it's a good one. That's why I said in this kind of stock, you just consider to see the breakout. I want to tell you, when you see this kind of chart here, you see here, like I drew yesterday, you can probably see it again this hour, that there's already a breakout already from the tiny position, and this is what we did yesterday here. You can see it here now. That's broken it out down here. This is what we call cyclical triangle. For me, it's a good one. You can see the position here now for the chart. You can see it. This is a good one for you to see. I can see this breakout, and there's a stronger, top here. This is what we call the multiple top here, here. A breakout of this also confirm a new uptrend from here. You can see this is like a strong resistance. And I've tested it. You can see where it is now. There's no cause for alarm. Let's see, how to believe that all we're expecting also be there, for the stock. Let's go back and see other indicator that just of I click there. Let's come back further back. Okay, good one. Yes, you can see is the chart very very positive for on a day and on a day chart and an hour chart. For me, it's a good one. Quick one, look at what is happening in QTs. Let's see what is happening in QTs. Yes, QTs on a 1 hour on a day chart is not looking too friendly, but I'll tell you, you can see that it's very, but there's a small sign here. But momentum indicator. If you look at ADS say that the trend is very weak, below 20, around the 12 point, still weak. Money flow is just looking up on a day chart, and it's still there trying to come up again, but still below the T line. Let's watch and see. MACD is still bearish already. Let's look at 1 hour chart and give us a clear direction. As we speak, both the 1 hour chart and the day chart is not looking too good for futures. Despite there's a sign here, but still it's not too looking too good for the stock. That means if you're in that position, you have to trade with caution. Let's look at Jaiz Bank. What is happening in Jaiz Bank? Look at Jaiz Bank. What is happening in Jaiz Bank is very, very important. What is happening in Jaiz Bank. Jaiz Bank on a 1 hour chart is still not looking too good because of profit taking, but it's still above what the T line. But you panic when it crosses down the T line, but at there also, if you have made little margin, you can come out. But this bank is not one of the steady dividend paying stock. The momentum in the sector can impact it, but not more because it's not a steady dividend paying stock unless you start using it. But if you look at MACD on the 1 hour chart, it's not looking too bad. It's still looking bad. Money flow is still high. So you can see here the ADS strength behind the trend is already weak. It's below 20. Let's look at the chart for Jaiz Bank. Jaiz Bank on a day chart is below the T line already. You can see profit taken here after yesterday, or you can see it here. You can see for me, I have to also watch very carefully. Yes, but it's bullish here, but you can see also it's coming down, come back. Money flow is still up around 90 something. Let's watch how to play this with carefulness, caution. Let's see how to be very careful. Let's look at Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank. But we look at what is happening in the FBN holding. You see the impact of that volume and also the selling position of one of the major shareholders in that bank. You need to know what is happening. This Fidelity for you. Fidelity Bank is trading on a day chart, trading below the T line. You can see this trend. From here, you can see that it's below the T line for a long time. You can see the only test and fundamental test. But to confirm a breakout or before we say it, because our speed line is also below the T line. There's a kind of sign here, but this sign is not clear. But let's wait and confirm. And we'll see this one not too clear. Let's wait and confirm this 1 hour chart. The chart is not too good. Fidelity also the same pattern for also the 1 hour chart. That means you have to watch stock very carefully before you drop in. Confirm the breakout of the T line first, which is here, or before you can take position. You can see it here. And also MACD has to cross on a 1 hour chart, you can see that MACD is performing bearish already. Start yesterday for fidelity. Let's like look at livestock before we look at the last one, which is LBNH. Let's look at livestock feed. Look at livestock feed. Look at livestock feed. See what is happening there. Livestock feed. You can see a little. You can see on a 1 hour chart. You can see a big, bullish engulfing candle here. Think of this red one. And we're seeing a sign here trying to come up. This on the 1 hour chart, positive, positive. We're seeing, the 1 hour chart is looking good for livestock for those that want to buy stuff for trading ahead of the Q2 number. I think it's looking good. While MACD, or why sorry, while on the day chart, you can see also it's trading above, marginally above the C line, trying to resist decline. And MACD is bullish, and the money flow is a bit looking down. Let's say mixed trend, a mixed technicals for this stock at this hour. But I think any position I want to take will be, take it before before they release their Q2 or half year results. We expect that they should turn around their position, their lumber at the one of so for Q1 was not too interesting. If that tempo is maintained, it might not go anywhere. But if they beat, they change that trend, that would be one. Let's look at the last one, FBNH. FBNH, want to look at the chart. FBNH on the day chart is not looking good for the past how many days? For the past 4 to 5 trading days, you can see it's below the T line, which is not a good sign. Until breakout, as we speak now, on the day chart is trading below the T line. Our see money flow curve covering, and also can see kind of ADS not too attractive around the 13. So let's look at 1 hour chart for this stock. And also you can see 1 hour chart is not looking good for LBN holding. Yes, even you can see here money flow is entering, money is flowing, but other indicators are pointing to where about 3 indicators are saying that it's a bearish trend for this stock. One indicator cannot just say it's still looking good for us, but if you look at money flow, it's still looking up, but other indicators, especially the T line that is trading below, for me, I'm not comfortable with stock. That means in any position you have this stock, I can take position. Yes, there might be double bottom here, looking at this point, but let's see how it will play out here. If you go to the chart, you can see also expect a double bottom here. If it's sustained, we can also look at another either with multiple bottom that we need to also look across at this point. Yes, I would say big thank you for your time. Thank you. Like I always say, if you have any question, feel free to call and ask, or send to our social media, or you join us tomorrow or start today by 12 noon. We'll be having another question and answer live class. And people join from all over the globe. Our friends in the US, in Canada, in South Korea, you can see all of them joining. That means you have to be part of the class on Saturday, by God's grace. Yes, before I say see you, don't forget to take the time and look at your itineraries, your plan for the month of July. Your finance is very, very important. Take that date. If you really want to change your level of finance, you want to make a plan to improve yourself on trading, not just to make 100% in terms of your investment goal or objective for the year. You need to improve yourself in trading so you can make consistent return. And that is how to do. When you attend masterclass trainings, where these are taught, where these are discussed, where these are teach, you can see that your investment confidence, trading confidence will improve. At the same time, it's going to impact the bottom line of your portfolio. That means make that time and join us at the coming masterclass, 2nd of July. I look forward to see you all on this platform at that class so that you can take advantage of another 90 days investment window to make above times 2 of what inflation is doing today. If that is your goal, say make that time to join us on that day. My team will also be giving out start reading out everything about training any moment from now. I think it started on Monday, but that is in house. But from tomorrow or today, we start pushing everything outside for you to know how we're preparing for. And the speakers are already ready, as usual. People that are familiar with us, those that come and give you real information, give you what you want, not to come and tell a story or come and read book for you. No, all the facilitators are tested professionals, tested chartists, tested fundamentalists, and those that are operating in the market that understand and also trading for themselves and trading for clients. That means you need to be with us that day so that you too can take advantage of information that will be shared in that master class. I'll say big thank you. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow.